up, everybody? It is Tuesday night, December the 5th. It's Week 13 recap. Week 13 was a little crazy. Some of the games that went down and happened were a little nuts. We're going to talk about it tonight. Coming into our chat tonight is my good friend. It's the Magic Man, Gene Fitzmagic, and I recapping the week because the other guys are hiding out because probably they didn't have a good week picking. You know the team that's featured out there? I got to update this. I keep saying that. I'm going to make that to my notes for tomorrow and fix that up. It's going to be a good And it's good stuff. So we're glad you're here tonight and hanging out with us. And let's get right to it. My man, Gene, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Great football weekend we had as we get to that second half of the season. And excited to be here tonight.
I asked Sean to be here. He told me he would, but I don't know what happened with Sean. We'll figure that out later. And I asked Kelly to be here. And Kelly's exact words were, "I'm scared. My Chiefs lost. They're not good." That's what he said. I was like, okay, well, maybe that's what you're thinking. But anyway, that's how he sounded to me, at least, as I heard it. So, Paul Engel, hello, Nathan, welcome in. Space Mountain Dave, Zippy Doo Doug, good to see you guys here. Daniel Barry, hello. Let's get into the picks and let's talk about this week because it was interesting. Paul, I'm going to ask you, since you're here and I know you're tracking everything, I'm going to give you SGs because he came in and made all his picks and sent it to me. And let's see how SG does against us for the night. Here, we got Cowboys winning 41-35. 41-35. They do not cover against Seattle right there. And, of course, Gene, me, and you, and Sean, and Kelly, everybody was on the Cowboys, and they didn't cover at home.
No, you know what? I'm not so mad about losing this one because it was at least a fun game to watch, you know?
It was good. It was a good Thursday night game for the first time in quite a bit.
Yes.
I wish they would fix the schedule so that all these games going out were good down the end. Instead of Sunday night, I started to do my schedule, and it was like the Giants. So did someone say Cowboy? Yes, I said, Jen, save a horse or save a limo, ride a cowboy. Either way. Right? There you go, right there. Good to see you, Molly Molly. Welcome in. So SG did take the Cowboys as well, so he got the first one incorrect. I hope that they do something about this all the way through. I mean, Seattle's had some tough times. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs, honestly. I'm sitting right now wondering as that goes out. Obviously, I think the Cowboys are in. What team's going to show up? This was the first time they were challenged at home. But they did come through and pull out the win. They just didn't have that double-digit stinger like they did before. So, all right, second game of the week. We start getting – talk about a boring game. My God. Yes. San Diego -6. So it's a push all the way through for everybody, no matter what they got. Push. They go out there to New England, and this high-powered offense of San Diego could barely – they limped into a win against a Patriots team that, I'm sorry, Tina, is absolutely horrible. I'm not going to lie. Gene, what do you think of this one?
I'll tell you what. Is bad as their offense is as good as their defense is, the Patriots. I believe they let up in the last 4 weeks, they've let up the least amount of points, but they're 0-4 in that time span. I can't, listen, if I said to you, Pete, the Patriots are going to hold them to 6 points, you'd say, wow, Patriots have a shot at winning this game, right?
Yeah. But
this offense it might be the worst. It might be even worse than the Jet offense. That's saying something.
Yeah, it's a completely inept offense. Absolutely. Up there on the Patriots game, he took the Chargers, but it doesn't matter. It's a push all the way around. 6-0 was the score, and it wasn't even a fun game to watch. I had it up on the screen over here because I had a lot of fantasy players going, and needless to say, my fantasy didn't do too well because nobody scored anything. No touchdown, no nothing. It was just horrendous. Myers of the Mouse was on the Bolts. You were on the Bolts. Sean was on the Bolts. I was on the Bolts again. Didn't matter there. We'll see. Interesting. Patriots might have a chance this week. They're going against the Steelers offense on Thursday night that has no quarterback either. No. So talk about a horrible Thursday night game. A Steelers team with no quarterback against a Patriots team that doesn't know what a quarterback is. This game, that could be a 3-0 game. It could be awful.
It's going to be ugly.
Road Warrior, what's up? This game felt like you felt like you're beating your little sibling in oh my God. What a comment. Warrior. Good one. I like it. Welcome in. Michael Riley says, Pete, there's just some news about New England's quarterback situation. Yes, I'll give you the news. Hashtag breaking news. New England's quarterbacks suck. What is the news, Michael? Mac isn't our quarterback anymore for the rest of the season. Wow. Michael Riley saying that Zappy will be the quarterback for the rest of the season. God, it doesn't get much better. Good luck, Michael. Good luck. Good luck. You might be better with a colonoscopy. I'm just saying. All right, let's talk about this one. We talked about struggling teams here. Here's two of them that struggle, but completely messed up situation. The Arizona Cardinals go out to Pittsburgh. They're a 5.5-point underdog. They knocked the quarterback out in the first quarter, and boom, they win the game 24-10, double-digit win going away for the Cardinals on the road. Gene, what do you think about the game itself?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was never a Kyler Murray fan. I still am not really a Kyler Murray fan, but he's really playing like he did before the injuries. Yeah. I'm really surprised because I thought maybe Arizona was looking to maybe move on from Kyler after this year. I don't know if that makes sense anymore. I think Kyler's back in their good graces, and they look good.
Yeah, they pulled out the game. Their defense looked half decent. So on the board, everybody on our stream went with the Steelers. So we're all wrong. And God, we suck. Good Lord. Everybody was wrong again. And over here, our main man on the game, SG, who's not in here tonight after doing all that stuff, SG went with the Steelers over the Cardinals, so he was wrong as well. So the Steelers let everybody down, including Zippity Doo Doug, who was not happy about this. This was just a painful game to watch.
Yeah.
Once the quarterback situation changed, there was no chance for the Steelers. None. They looked so out of sync, it wasn't even funny. So, again, hurts them. They were in playoff. They're still in playoff contention. I'm calling it right now. If he's out 3 to 4 weeks, Steelers do not win any of those games, and they are out of playoff contention.
Yeah, they're done.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think the playoff spots will be taken away probably by the Colts are already in. Watch Denver to sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this, that's a daggone good possibility. Yeah. And we'll talk about the game later. The Bengals, if that quarterback does what he did last time, could be him. So let's see what happens there. All right, so there we go on that one. All right, let's talk about Denver and Houston. I hope we can pick one right. Houston, -3.5. They win by 5 at home. They cover at home. Total was 47.5. The game went under the total here. On the game, Sean had Houston. Kelly had Houston. I had Houston. SG had... God, he didn't put these in order, so it's a pain in the butt here. He had the Broncos, so he picked it wrong. And Gene had it wrong, unfortunately. Gene, what'd you miss on this one? Did they catch you off guard, Denver?
I just thought, you know what? Denver with that defense, going against a rookie quarterback, Wilson's starting to look like the Wilson of old. I just thought they'd be able to pull this one out, win it outright. And lo and behold, I am now, I think, 0-4 on the week.
Yeah, dude. Well, hey, I finally got one. I was a little worried about this. I stuck with Houston. I've had good feelings about them. Denver's impressed me too. This turned out to be one of the better games to watch. It wasn't on in my area, so you had to have the package to see it. If you have a good package, you can see it. Yeah. It's good stuff. But yeah, Houston's impressing me. That's an interesting division now. So
yeah.
All right, let's go over to Detroit and New Orleans. Detroit and New Orleans. The Lions on the road continue to roar. 33-28, 5-point. They cover by the hook. A 0.5-point win right there. Easily over the total. I told everybody this was one of the games to go over, and it easily did. No problem. And over here we got Sean and Gene and Myers and myself all on Detroit. We all get it right. And over here, the Lions over the Saint. SG gets it correct. Gene, Lions are a fun team to watch.
And their coach is a fun guy to root for as well. I remember when he first got that job, I was like, I don't know about this guy biting kneecaps, and it was just weird. But he's really grown on me as he's really become like he's that perfect example of someone that's a player's coach, but also a disciplinarian coach in the same breath. Right. That's hard for coaches to do, and he's like the best of both worlds. So Detroit's going to be tough, a tough out in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they will, especially if they get some home field. I think it'll help them.
Yeah.
Nice for those fans, too, as, Detroit fans like others, like yourself with Jets fans. It's been a while, and they when you got to wait, you look forward to it. So
Yeah.
welcome into Surf Bomb. Welcome into Debbie Bernfeld. If you are catching this show on the replay or watching us live, remember we will be here live tomorrow night, Wednesday, at 6 o'clock, same time, picking Week 14's games. So tomorrow we will pick Week 14. We hope that you'll come back with us here on that one. Indianapolis and Tennessee. The Titans go out there onto the field, and you think they're going to have a go. This is probably one of the better games of the week. There was blocked punts. There was overtime. It was energy personified. The Colts were -1.5 on the road. They cover. They laid 3 points, and they cover in the overtime victory. On the Colts, myself, Sean, Gene, and Kelly, everybody on the Colts. Up there, SG on the Colts as well. Gene, did you get a chance to see any of this game?
No, I was actually at the Jet game, so I didn't get to see most games. I got to see just the highlights, this, from the highlights. Listen, Gardner Minshew is one of those guys who doesn't want to root for Gardner Minshew, right? Like he's an underdog, you know. You know what? This is a game I kind of figured would go this way. I'm not too sold on the Titans, and the Colts are really, really putting together a nice season.
Yeah, they're playing well, surprisingly enough, even with their quarterback challenges that they had. Again, making that division there is kind of unique. The Titans really, Titans, Colts, and Jaguars in there, and Houston. It's a really interesting division. So fun football to watch for
Certainly.
sure. The game you were at, Atlanta at the Jets. Atlanta, that's a team, and I don't know what the hell their identity is. Atlanta -3, they cover 13-8 in a low-scoring affair. 34 points was your total. Still went way under the total, which I did call on that one, just because the Jets have no offense and Atlanta's not much better. Gene, talk about this one. You were there.
Did I really take the Jets? Did I really take the Jets?
You took the Jets because you said you were going to the game.
Well, yeah, you know what? It was. Thank God. I think I didn't have to sit out in the rain for this one because we sat right under where the balcony was, under the third bowl. So I didn't have to sit out. Thank God I didn't have to get wet and sit there for 4 hours watching this one. I knew the game was pretty much over when Dalvin Cook fumbled. Like, you just knew. It was like that. He was actually having a decent day on the ground, and then he fumbles the ball, and you just knew at that point. Trevius Simeon came in. Nobody, he couldn't do nothing about it. There was a bunch of "we want Zach Wilson" chants within the stadium. How soon do we forget that we didn't want him in there? But you know what? Shame on me for picking the Jets.
Yes, Gene was on the Jets. Also, SG was on the Jets, so he didn't get it right. Sean gets a point. I get a point. Kelly get a point for getting this one right. And it's just, again, disappointment for the Jets this year. We beat that horse to death because of the quarterback situation. Different situation if Rodgers is in play. Washington hosting Miami. Miami just opened up a can of whoop blank, beep, 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 right there and just started just spanking people. Nobody wanted to cover Hill. They just said, hey, let that guy run. He's probably not that good. And he just caught touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. I'll be doing this game on Sunday coming up. I'm doing this game, the Miami game on Sunday. Jason Thibodeau, welcome in. SG, welcome in. So Miami 45-15, they cover. -9.5, they easily cover the 30 points. Goes way over the total. Miami almost did it itself, which is not surprising. Gene, Miami, tough team.
I mean, Hill had some game. I feel like every time they showed a highlight on the screen at the stadium, they were showing it was a Hill highlight. He is a human highlight reel. And yeah, listen, so far Miami just loves to be almost like the same thing as the Cowboys. They beat up on these bad teams. I'd love to see what they do when they go against some real competition, but so far so good for Miami.
Yep. So on the game, SG gets a point. He picked Miami. Then Sean and Gene and Kelly all did. I do not. I picked it incorrectly, trying to take the Skins to stay close. The only thing they stayed close to was the bench and the beer guy, apparently, in that game right there. So what are you going to do? Let's jump over here to this one. We have Tampa Bay at home, a 5.5-point favorite against Carolina. Tampa Bay, a 5.5-point favorite against Carolina. Everybody thought Tampa Bay was easily going to win this game. They didn't. They squeaked by. Carolina loses another tight one. I think they're trying to help the Bears get all the number one picks this year. Why not? They were playing that bad. On this game, you had SG was on the Panthers. He got the Panthers. He's the only one to get that right on this one. Kelly got it wrong. Myself, Gene, and Sean all went with Tampa Bay. What do you got?
Yeah, I same thing. I thought Tampa was really going to cruise to this one. Finally, like an easy win for them. They haven't had one in a little while. But you know what? Panthers kept it close, played strong, and I think there's gonna be some changes in Tampa. I think after this year, I don't know if they've really played well enough for them not to make some changes in this offseason.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. They got to continue to try to do something. Quarterback situation is horrendous there for sure.
Yeah.
Game of the week. Game of the week that was really interesting. I feel like I should call Joey live and tell him they cheated here. I put a new logo up there for San Francisco, and man, they played like it. 42-19. They just came in. Talk about open up that can. This can really got opened up here as there was a beating beyond belief. As 42-19 is your score. They easily cover the 2.5, and they almost single-handedly go over the total themselves. So if you took San Fran in the over, you're really feeling good right now. Gene, did you watch any of this one?
No, I watched the replay of it, and let me tell you something. The San Francisco 49ers are the best team in football when they're healthy. They dismantled the Eagles.
Deebo Samuel said on an interview before the game, the day before the game, he said, literally, the Eagles secondary sucks. Verbatim, that's what he said in an interview. And then he came out and dismantled them to show it.
Yeah.
So
they are 100% the best team in the league. I texted Joey that night. We were texting, and I said, you guys, if healthy, are the Super Bowl champions. Book it now.
Well, it was good. Gene got it right. Sean got it right. Myers and the Mouse got it right. SG picked the 49ers. And I took the Eagles, so I was wrong again. I've had two. That's 2 in a row I've sucked at. 2 in a row. Let's get down to this next one. Gene, I don't like this sucking thing that I'm doing here.
I hear you.
Here's a tough one. Flacco came back for the Browns, and I said he was going to be bad. And I feel bad for the Browns, much like, quarterback problems this year. The Colts, the Steelers, the Jets, the Browns. Who else am I missing? There's other ones. I know there's other ones I'm missing.
There's pretty much half the league, the Jaguars now too.
Just horrible. If we had all these quarterbacks, how much better is this league going? So so when you look at this thing, 36-19, Browns came out and put up a touchdown first, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Julie Young, welcome in. I came in thinking, hey, maybe something will go good here. No. Everything after that was just wheels off the cart. Lila Rose, good evening as well. 36-19, an easy cover for the Rams. Way over the total again. One team almost covers the total completely. Molly throwing up her Browns colors. I do love that. I love when fans just say, you know what? I don't give a rat horse's patoot here. If my team sucks, I still love them. You do the same with your Jets. That's the way it should be. That's what a fan is. It's fair weather fans suck. Gene, did you see any of this one?
Saw the highlights, and you know what? I'll tell you what I have seen. I've seen enough of Joe Flacco. God bless him. He had a nice career. He can't move anymore. He can't move.
Well, they interviewed him before the game, and he, how much throwing have you done? Not pretty much nothing, but it's just like riding a bicycle. Well, he must be riding a bike with training wheels that's locked to the ground because he was horrible. In his, and I hear from what Jen was telling me today that I think they're saying he's going to be their quarterback the rest of the year. So, hey, you know what? They're paying so much to what's his face? God, I'm drawing a blank. Give me help me.
Deshaun
Watson. They're paying so much to Watson. At this point, why not just say the heck with it? We're probably not going to do anything. Let's get a better draft pick. Let Flacco get killed. Keep everybody else healthy and do our thing.
Yes.
But anyway, on this one, on the Rams, myself, Sean, Gene, and Kelly all on the Rams. And also SG was on the Rams as well. Detroit Diz, welcome in, Sean. Good to see you as well. So everybody gets a point there pretty much across the board. All right, coming down here to the last couple games of the week. Don't forget that we will be live tomorrow night. Picking Week 14's games. We are going to pick them right here. Joe Flacco, not elite quarterback. No, well, he wasn't when he was really a quarterback. He had a big arm and he was enough to make things happen and help the Ravens get through. I'm grateful to him for a Super Bowl, but he's definitely not a elite quarterback, no doubt. Kelly's team. This is why Kelly's not here. He's hiding. He got scared tonight. He didn't want to come in here. TTG. What's up, guys? What's up? Good to see you. Well, I'll be down in the parks this week, TTG. If you guys are going to be out and around, love to see you guys. Nico the Greco, hello. Nico the Greco, hello. All right, so Kansas City goes out into Green Bay. First time ever for Mahomes playing out there. And it looked like he was the first time he had ever played football there because the Pack and Love, they're feeling a whole lot of love. 27-19, the Pack cover as a 6-point underdog. How about that?
At home.
What do you think there?
Yeah, you know what? Love's putting together a couple of good wins. He's playing well, and I'll tell you, with the Chiefs, you almost don't know what you're going to get sometimes. It's really they're not what they were last year. There's a lot of games where you just don't know what Chief team you're going to get.
I know. This is the first time that in front of what's her face, Taylor Dane or whatever the girl's name is.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. That hey, well, I'm showing my age, I guess. It's the first time in front of her that Kelsey lost. So they were making that was, it wasn't the fact that they should have been talking about the lack of execution by Kansas City. Instead, ESPN was just talking about how he didn't perform in front of Taylor Swift, which just blows my mind.
Yes.
So big fan there. Jeff Condon in the house. What's up, Jeff? Good to see you. There's Sean Urban. You're supposed to be in here with us. I don't know where you're at, Sean Urban, but we're just about done. So we'll see Sean Urban tomorrow night. Dog catcher in the house. Good to see you as well. Let's talk about who got it right. Kansas City. I was on Kansas City and lost. Sean lost. Gene lost. Myers and the Mouse lost. SG lost. Everybody picked it wrong. Everybody picked it wrong on this one. Tough day. This is going to be a rough week. These numbers are not going to look good.
No, this will be a bad one
for all of us. Before we do this last one here and talk about this, I am going to do this weekend. I won't be doing a Thursday night game this week. First time not doing that in a long time. But I will be live in the parks down in Disney, Hollywood Studios for a 1 o'clock Disney stream. I don't go live in the parks much, so this is kind of unique and fun for me. I'm looking forward to do that. And I will be back on Sunday night for the Sunday night game of the week, and then also for the Monday night game. So you know that. And Gene, you'll be live tonight at 8 o'clock over on the Big Fat Panda doing the show you created a long time ago. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah, we got the Disney Underground tonight on the Big Fat Panda channel at 8 p.m. It'll be me and Sammy D and Morgan Stark, and we have a guest of Piano Rob in the house. Nice. So it will be a lot of fun. We'll pick his brain a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about some Jollywood. He was just at Jollywood, so we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll go over some Disney news. Nice.
And Panda won't be in house tonight. He's on location tonight.
Yes, and he's on location. He's going to be. Yep, he'll be capturing the new Luminous show at Epcot. So he might come in briefly from Epcot. We'll see. We're hoping to have him come in a little bit from his phone.
That would be kind of cool. So check out our good friends. I'll be watching that show, everybody. I can tell you that. I do like that show myself. And then this last game, which I was so ecstatic about. I picked this one right. I'm ecstatic about it. Gene got it wrong. Sean got it wrong. Myers got it wrong. Bengals, SG got it right. Look, here's the thing. I didn't think this quarterback was going to have the game that he did. I was hoping that he was going to do something here and do a good one. I was going to talk about that in a minute, Jen. This was pretty exciting here that the quarterback just had an amazing monster night.
Yeah.
Did you watch? How much did you watch of it?
I watched this game, and you know what? I'll tell you what. I think next year you're going to see a huge influx of the backup quarterback being really a really important part of a team next year. I think you're going to see a lot of teams stack up their backup quarterbacks because this is the year of the backup quarterback, is it not? I mean, the Bengals played with one. The Jaguars will be playing with one for now, for a little bit. Yeah. After their quarterback got hurt last night. This is an outcome I didn't see happening, but I also didn't see the Jaguars losing their quarterback. So Trevor Lawrence. So but listen, Browning had a night. He had a game.
Yeah, it was impressive. The not just the numbers that he put up, but the way he put it up, it wasn't lethargic. It was sharp, crisp passes. Now, granted, you had some luck in there. Stack up your backup and save your season. True, that's right, dog catcher.
Yeah.
The key was he had some luck in there too. There was at least one catch I know of with Chase was flipping, bouncing up by midfield and caught it on a third down if they had to have. There was another one in the end zone that was questionable. They really should have won the game earlier. When Lawrence was in the game and threw that one touchdown pass, should have been intercepted. That should have gone the other way and 7 points off. So overall, I give the Bengals some love. They were huge underdogs, almost double digits in some locations, and they win by 3. Again, the points there as we are. And hey, this game easily went over. 38 was your under. Everybody took the under. Nobody thought this was going to be a high-scoring game, and Jesus, it was blowing the doors off. So, all right, Paul, tell us what all we did. We would like that. While Paul's doing that, I know Kelly's not here tonight, but Kelly will be live with Mama Mouse. Kelly and Mama Mouse live Sunday night on the Triple C Show getting interviewed. It is going to be a big night on the Triple C Show with Kelly and Mama Mouse and all that their antics over there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pete was 6-6-1. Sean was 7-5-1. Gene was 5-7-1. Kelly was 7-5-1. SG was 7-5-1. So Sean, SG, and Kelly, top of the charts. Kelly's not here to know it, to do that. But hey, he was up there. Sean says he'll take it. I started out hot, just fell apart on there. So it is what it is. It is what it is. We have those nights. So our recap show on this date is always shorter when it's just Gene and I. We run through it and buzz through the numbers. But you can check out Gene. Somebody dropped the link again in there for the Big Fat Panda tonight for 8 o'clock. Go over and check that out. We will be back tomorrow. Me and Gene will be here with, hey, what's up, goats? Sean Herbert will be back in house. He was supposed to be here tonight. He's going to have to explain to me tomorrow why he's not here tonight. And he's in the chat. Maybe he's drunk still tonight. I don't know. But Sean Herbert will be here tomorrow with us calling it. And also Ken, you can send your picks, SG. Ken will be here tomorrow. Ken will be here tomorrow and doing it with us. And who else? Oh, Carney is back in house. Carney comes in. We'll have a little fun with him. If you don't know Adventures by Carney, you will by tomorrow because he's a good dude.
Yes.
It was almost you two and Woody because I had invited Woody, but he didn't get back to me till late. It was almost you,
all
Carney,
Jet fans,
Woody, all in here. It would have been a bunch of Jet fans and me. So it'll be a good one though, and I'm looking forward to it. Gene, thanks for coming in here.
No problem, man.
It's always fun doing it with the show. Go check out my buddy Gene on the Big Fat Panda. I'll be over there doing our thing, and we'll talk to you next time. Gene, hang tight for a second. We'll see you next time, everybody. Good night.
See you tomorrow, guys.
See you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Be here. And Sean, be on time, damn it.